Hello everyone, this is Helen H. and welcome to my channel, Moss Cottage. I hope you're all doing well today. I wanted to just show you the cover of my painting paper, my Gelli print booklet that I made. I have a video, I'll put it at the end if you haven't seen it. I love this little booklet here, and I said I would work on the cover. So you saw me do the stenciling, but you didn't see these flowers being put on. And I don't know if you can see there, but it's all different pieces of paper. So what I did was I just took, I had this in another video, I think. I've got this envelope here with just cutoffs of tiny little pieces of Gelli prints that I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't throw anything away. It's ridiculous. And then I wonder why my craft room's such a mess. Anyway, what I did was, I'll show you here. I made a big piece of paper. Well, it was, I don't know which way it was. It was probably like this, I guess. And I just cut it and then die cut the flowers out. And see, this is just all pieces of Gelli prints that are glued down with a glue stick. And I had just made that big sheet, and I actually did that when I was working at the shop when it was quiet. I just had my glue stick out and just gluing away. And then I cut out the little die cuts for the flowers. And then all I did was, before I adhered them, I outlined the flowers in black because it echoes the black of the create and the stems, but also because the background is kind of fussy. It was hard to see, like especially this one that was kind of light. So that's what I did. I haven't put any beads on yet. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to or if I'm just going to cut that short. But I thought I would go ahead and do a little page in here. But before I do, I just wanted to show you real quick what I treated myself for my birthday. I got I haven't even opened it or tried it yet, a new paper trimmer. And it's called Work Lion. I've never heard of that brand before, but I have to assume there's so many brands that look exactly like this one in the on Amazon. So I got myself this because I broke my other one. I leaned on it and broke off one of the ends, so it doesn't stay stable. And I want to start making a whole bunch of traveler's notebooks, probably even to put on my Etsy shop. And then I bought myself just some blades while I had ordered that. And this was really inexpensive. It was only, and it's really good quality. This actually feels. Here's my Fiskars one that I busted. See, I broke that little tip off, so this doesn't stay down. This one actually feels a little bit sturdier than the Fiskars one. So anyway, so I got that, and then I got myself a 5x7 gel press printing plate because I thought it would be fun to have a smaller one. And if not, I see a lot of you all, when you do it, you are actually using it to clean your brayer on the smaller one. And I'd like to start making some cards, and I thought the 5x7 will be a little bit easier. I've really been having fun with the Gelli plate. Let me see if I can find them without causing a craft-a-lunch here. I was working, let's see, Sunday. I didn't turn the camera on. Here, I didn't turn the camera on, but I started making some Gelli plates or prints. This one, I really love the way the colors are different because it's picking up what's underneath. But I'll probably add something more to that. I'll definitely add more to that one and to this one. I think these two are actually just brayer cleaning pages. And this one you saw me do, but this time I did add some other color to it. And then there's this one. This is my favorite one, though. Look at this one. I love that one. I love the way that came out. I wish I could reproduce that, but there's no way that I can reproduce that. And there's this one here. And then this one I had done last time on the video, but I added some more color to it and some texture to it. And then these ones are ones that I just used to clean up the Gelli plate. And I just love the way they look. That one I actually made last time. But this one was really cool. This one right here. I was trying to do a technique that I saw and it kind of didn't work. But I love the way this came out. So I'm going to work on that a little bit more. I'll show you when I get that perfected a little better. I don't want to show you a really bad way of doing things. But anyway, so I thought that I would really quickly do a little spread in here, and just to save time, as always, I have cut some little things out to get started, and I'm going to need one of my professional palettes here, my professional palettes, to put some gel medium down, and we'll get some gluing done. And I've already kind of worked the layout out in my head, because sometimes that can, it's hard. If you don't make videos, you don't understand how hard it is to talk and think and do, you know, making sure that everything's staying in screen and so on and so forth. There's just so much going on. It's not as easy as you think it is if you don't make videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get, now I have some strips here because I can't throw anything away, and I'm actually going to use some in this spread. These were strips that I cut off when I made the paper the size I needed to make it in the book. So, and as usual, I'm ill prepared here. I need something, and I think it's on the floor. It is. My cat was laying on it. Ugh. Do I want to use that? No, I don't want to use that. Oh, well. I'll just use what? I need a piece of paper. You guys are probably like gone by now. Like, this is the most unprofessional video. I need a piece of paper to glue on so that I don't glue on my desk. If I ever am prepared for a video, then you probably need to call 911 because something's happened to me. Because I'm never prepared. Now, and I did, these little strips, I did tear them to size, but also I did use ink around the edge of them because I'm putting light strips on a light page. I just used some distress ink in Vintage Photo, and you'll see I did that around the main image as well. What I'm putting down now is not the main image. What I'm putting down now is just some something on the bottom down here to give the main image some grounding, or it's going to be like weird. It's going to be like, what is that even standing on here? So, you know how to decoupage. If you don't want to watch me bumble through this, you're more than welcome to just speed it up and get to the end. But, yeah, so these little strips that I cut off, and then I tore the edges because I don't like them so cut looking. And I just randomly decided to put some of these strips down at the bottom just to give a ground, like I said. Now, here's my focal point, is this robin. And the robin came from the Birds and Blooms magazine. I have so many of those, but it's not just a robin. We have a little girl here. Now, I butchered this poor little deer. She came from a 1950s little kid's book about, I don't know about what, but she was actually riding a teeter-totter. And I cut off one of her legs. I cut off one of her hands because she's going to be riding our little bird friend here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try get the bird down first. I'm going to have to, because otherwise I'm not going to know where to place her. And I know I'm doing this off camera. I'm just putting decoupage medium on my bird. And now, because he's from a magazine, and I know if you've done collage, you know this already, but just in case you haven't, this is normal. When you use like collage, a wet collage medium on a magazine print, it is going to buckle a little bit. It will calm down when it dries a little bit, but that's just the nature of the beast, and there's really nothing you can do about that. Not that I know. Maybe using a glue stick is a little bit better, but I thought that this would be so much easier to just use gel medium instead of a glue stick. And plus, I'm gluing on acrylic paint from the gel print underneath, and I really wanted to make sure that it stuck. So, yeah, so I wanted to use the wet medium instead of the dry. Now, I slit between her arm and her hand a little bit so that I could slip it back behind there to make it look like she's right on the other side. You see? Her other hand is going behind the robin there. I actually cut her hand off, and then I realized, oh no, by doing that I left a gap. So I just cut between her arms a little bit and sunk her down a little bit lower. But anyway, so she's there and she's stuck down. Well, is she? Put a little bit more up here. Alrighty, and then here's a piece of gel print. I was using actually a sun stamp, like a foamy rubber stamp that looked like the sun on that one, and I was like, oh, and it's yellow, so it could be like the sun. So I'm just gonna put that up here. And all of these things, all of the pieces I'm adhering, I used my little dauber here and my vintage photo. And so basically that's it, but I wanted to put a sentiment on it. Now, you can do stamping in the background. You can, you know, put more paper strips in the background, whatever you want. You can add more embellishments. I don't want to add a lot of three-dimensional embellishments on this because I don't want the book to be so big it gets hard to work on, you know, towards the end, since it is kind of like an art journal. So what I wanted to do is just, I have a stamp and I have some stickers. I have to have two different forms to do my sentiment here. I'm doing the first word, and I always stamp off on a piece of paper the first time, just to make sure, A, that I have the stamp the right way around, and B, that I have enough ink on it. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp N here. And then O. I'm using this set here. I've had this for a million years, but this is honestly my favorite alphabet set. Okay, there we go. And no, I don't clean them off because I usually only use black ink with these. So, okay, so no, and then I have my Tim Holtz, what are these called? Big Chat stickers here. So I am going to use the ordinary. Now I am going to go ahead, I think, and just outline this. And you know what? I'm using the wrong one. I'm using black. I should be using brown. Even though the words are in black, I've highlighted everything else in brown. So let's see, where do I want to put that? Do I want to put it straight across, or no, I'm going to put it down a little bit like that and hope I'm going straight without getting my big head in there. It says no ordinary, and then here. Oh, sorry about that. It just got really light. The sun just came out. So it says no ordinary wings. Yeah, so that's it. That's all I'm going to do to that page. You know, if I come back later and decide, oh, I want to stamp a flower on it, or I want to do whatever, I can. But the point of this book for me is to just have a quick little place that with backgrounds already done, that if I have very little time to craft in a day, I can make something really cute without having to deal with all the background and all of that kind of stuff going on. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope that you guys are doing some jelly printing if you have a jelly plate. If not, like I said, it might be something that you want to save your pennies up for if you're interested, because it is super fun to do it. And that's it for this video. I hope that you all are truly blessed, and please remember to like and subscribe this video. And until the next video, guys, I hope you're truly blessed. Bye-bye.